Hello everyone, Jai Hind. Welcome back in the Salesforce LWC course series. And today in day 24, part F, we are going to cover another type of the lightning input, that is email. Whenever you want that your user should enter email, then we have the standard component lightning input with the type email, which ensures that your user should enter email. Let me show you. So we have this component here, and I am going to use lightning input type email. Okay. Uh, Going very, with a very basic steps. Sorry. Please enter email ID. Okay. So type, label, these two attributes I am using. We'll keep adding the attributes, the one by one. But let's start with a very basic thing. So I am just going to refresh. So you see here the label, please enter email ID, and we have the field here. So if I, try to just put the text here, as I will click anywhere outside the component, a blur event will fire, and on the blur event, a standard validation message will come. Enter a valid email address such as name@email.com. Now you can see here, I haven't, provided any validation message. Okay. This is all standard, right? So if I, provide the at the rate and just, provide anything like test at the rate G, it is a valid input. Okay. If I make it like, this is also valid input. Okay. So lightning input type email is basically supporting UTF-8. Okay. For international email address. Okay. Now the another, the attribute, because you know that I always provide the code in a GitHub repository. So I am just keeping here. Okay. Now the another attribute we are going to use is placeholder. Okay. Now this placeholder attribute is basically is to give instructions to the user that, hey, you have to provide the value similar like this. So this is not a value. This won't be considered as a value, but this is the in the input text, it will show you, it will be displayed to you, so that you get a hint that, okay, this is an email type of the field where I have to provide my email. Okay, let me show you how it looks like. See, this is not the value. Okay, but this is giving a sufficient instruction to the user that, okay, the we need to provide the input ID. Okay. So the testing at the rate gmail.com. Okay, means giving a hint or instructions, or the helping the user to understand of what kind of the value we are expecting in this particular field. So we have placeholder. Now another attribute we have is pattern. Okay. Now pattern is, the is very important, and the in a separate lecture, I will create a mini spec for you. I will develop a mini spec, for you, in front of, you, so that you understand the importance of the pattern. So pattern is something which makes sure that, the whatever the desired value you are expecting, whatever the desired value you are expecting in your email ID or the user's email ID, that should have. Okay. So for example, let's say I am expecting testing Prashant @gmail.com. Okay. So I am expecting that, the whichever email ID I provide should be with the domain gmail.com. If any other email ID I will provide, then, I should get a error. Okay. So whenever you are using the pattern, you have to use this dot and plus. Okay. You will see that if you try to, after using the pattern @gmail.com, if you will try to, input any other value as, for the domain, you will get an error. So let me first of all try with something. Invalid format. Okay. And if I update this with Gmail, it is valid format, right? So that means that whenever, for example, you are working in a company. Uh, okay. So let's take, here, the HCL tech. So let's say, if I want to, make sure, just an example, okay? HCL. Now, gmail.com, invalid. HCL. Okay. Means that, whenever you want to make sure that, your user should provide a email ID and should contain the value which you have mentioned here, then only it will be a valid input, otherwise it will throw an error. Okay. Now another example, let's say there is a scenario where you want to, the instead of fixing the, or, instead of, the making sure that this, the domain, let's say you want to, the make a change in the in this particular section, that this particular section should contain a specific value. Okay. So for example, invalid, it's a valid one. Okay. It's a valid one. Invalid one. Why this is invalid and this is valid? Why this is invalid? If I am putting the Mr., then it's valid. But, the I am putting anything after Prashant, that is valid. Why? Because if I want to make it valid, then I have to put the dot plus here. Let me show you the output. I hope I am explaining you very clearly. Invalid, invalid, right? Because why? Because now it is the first value. Okay. Before that, I need to put something. See? Okay. And after Prashant, what I have? @scl.com. Getting a point? See? Okay. That means that Prashant should come. Prashant should come in between the character. Okay. Right? Getting a point? So since, we are using pattern and you see here, you see here, invalid format. Now this is very confusing, right? How the user will be able to know, how the user will be able to know that a user is providing a wrong format email ID. For that, we have another attribute. So this is, the only for, in that case, when you are using pattern. Now this particular, the attribute is message when pattern mismatch. Okay. And you can provide, your the error message here. Now remember, if you are using the pattern, then only you have to use this attribute. Otherwise, you should not. Your email ID should contain Prashant and Prashant should not be and Prashant should be in between characters. Okay, let's see. Okay, the reason is that you get the clear understanding that okay, oh, I am making this mistake. test@gmail.com. Your email ID should contain Prashant and Prashant should be in between character. Your whatever the message you want to show as a the validation message. So that means okay, now the user understood. Okay, that means it is working fine. Okay, so this is the one thing. Now we have the another the attribute max length. Okay, and also we have the another one min length. Okay, what is the max length and min length? The max length basically means that okay, let's say you are providing a email ID here. So this email ID which you are providing here should not exceed the number which you are going to mention here. For example, if I mention here the max length equals to 10. So, the 10 means characters. So it will start counting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. After, the 10, if you try to type here any, the more character, it will not actually allow you. It's not going to throw you, any error, but basically it's not going to allow you. Let me show you. So let's, start with the max length. Okay. And let me, make it short. Okay. So that I can, okay. Let me refresh. So see here, if I try to type here, Prashant, I'm trying to, the type here something more, but it's not allowing me. And if I, the clicks anywhere else outside this component on a blur event, custom validation message will fire your message, right? So what I can do here, what is the pattern? Okay, let me make 20 deployed, Control Shift R. Okay, now see, I am still, able to type more. But as I am, the typing the 21st one, I'm trying to type the 21st one because, the maximum character, I have set here as 20. So it is not allowing me to enter further any new character. Okay. Now we have the min one, the minimum. So let's say, the minimum is 2. Okay. But minimum, let's say as keep as 10 because, then otherwise we will not be able to put Prashant here. Okay. Minimum. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. This is the because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So, the minimum. Okay. Wait. Let me show you something. Uh, I just, keeping SFDC as a pattern. Okay. So that we can meet the requirement of minimum characters. TSFDC. Okay. At the rate S. So how many characters we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Your entry is too short. Why? Because minimum, the character we have set, minimum length we have provided as 10. So if I make it as something like, so how many characters we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, if you are using the minimum length, if we are using minimum length, then we have some, similar to this one, message when too short. The another attribute, sorry, another attribute when you want to show your message, okay? Your, the own custom message. But this is only for the minimum length, not for the max length. It cannot be like, you make it a message when too long. No, because for the max length, the provision is you cannot type a single character more. Okay. So, the message when too short, we have the another one. Okay. One thing, if you want to, the remember, so you see here, your entry is too short. So, you simply, to remember, remember these things. How, the easily you can remember message when and just refer too short. Okay. So I am, going to use this particular, the attribute here. And your message, I am providing a custom message here. Minimum 10, please. And I am going to deploy. Deployment successful. And let me refresh. TSFDC at the rate F minimum 10, please. Okay. So, it is making the user, the understand that, oh, okay, minimum characters, I have to provide, minimum characters I have to provide is 10. See? Okay. Easy, right? Another, the attribute, and this is, the last attribute we have is the multiple. Okay. Now this, this actually, it takes the value as true or false. Okay. So let's say if I multiple, if, you make as true, basically what will happen? It will allow you to take the, or it will allow you. So for example, like this, okay. T1 SFDC at the rate GH. Okay. So this, see here, enter a valid email address such as name at the rate email.com. So basically, if I, the make it as multiple equals true, then, the with a comma separated, I can provide the multiple emails. Okay. So I have, the save the code and let me, the deploy. Now I can, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me copy this. First of all, let me check. Okay, this is valid. Put comma here. One, see here, right? Okay. I mean, you can use it to store multiple, the email addresses, right? But remember, if you will count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then comma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the 10th one is comma. That means 10 plus 10, 20. So you are still not able to enter more. If I, the allow as maximum character length as 100. See, now I'm able to store, right? So this is all about we have for, lightning input type email. As I said that, the all the attributes I have covered, you need not to refer any document. Everything, I have covered in this particular lecture. A separate, the mini project, the lecture I will be bringing, where I will be making, these things more, the related to the project, so that you can have the much more understanding. So keep, learning, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll meet again in next episode. Till then, take care of your country, yourself. Jai Hind.